This episode contains mature language and adult situations.
Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, my friend. And how is it that you stumbled into my caverns of the abyss? I am ancient. I am forever. And I have been chained down here for a millennia. Please. Oh, my leg is broken. Please help me. Oh, I'm afraid there's no escape. I can assure you of that. Sooner or later, you all come here. Your dark thoughts brought you here. And for that, you are forever trapped down here. Please let me go. I have a family. I don't know how I got here or what I'm doing. Whatever you are or places is, I'm sorry. Please, I can't see, it's so dark. Before your suffering begins, I will tell you a tale to pass the time. Short stories of horror. Tiny tales of the creepy. I will assure you, by the end you'll be screaming with madness. Please, I swear I'll do anything. Please, just let me go. Please. Pardon me. Where are my manners? I am the Shadow Dweller, here to keep you company until the abyss swallows you whole. I've been here for eons and collected stories that I pass down to you before the darkness takes you. This little ditty is called Wrong House.
It was a late night when the van slowly rolled to a stop in front of a darkened house. The two-story Cape Cod sat back in the woods just off a dirt road. The red cherry from a cigarette briefly illuminated inside the van. The driver exhaled deeply. The man took a swig from the whiskey bottle and passed it to his brother. Lee took a couple of big drinks from the bottle as he also exhaled his cigarette. Kyle proceeded then to snort 2 lines of coke from a small mirror. "Hey Kyle, you sure about this?" Lee asked his brother as he took another drink from the bottle. "Goddamn right. And you better not fucking puss out on me, little brother," Kyle said as he took the bottle back from his brother Lee. The two men heard rumors from their friend that he landscaped for a house that was a gold mine. He said if he gave them the alarm code to get in, he was in for a 10% cut. They were determined to get their hands on whatever riches they could score. Kyle and Lee got out and walked around to the back of the van. They opened up the back door and grabbed what they needed for the job. They grabbed 2 black sacks, a crowbar, and a couple of flashlights. Kyle took out a gun and tucked it in the back of his pants. Lee looked at Kyle and said, Is that really necessary, man?
Don't you worry about your pretty little head, brother. I'm not gonna use it. Besides, it's better to have one just in case.
The men flicked their cigarettes to the ground and quietly made their way around to the back of the house.
Give me some fucking light, will ya?
Lee shone the flashlight on the keypad as Kyle punched in the code to disarm the security alarm. The little red light flashed, turned to green, and Kyle slowly opened the door.
Come on, and don't make any fucking noise. You got me?
Kyle said as he grabbed Lee's arm. Kyle and Lee made their way through the kitchen, shining their flashlights around, looking for anything of value. I'm not a goddamn amateur, you know. This isn't my first time. You sure nobody's home?
Relax. Nobody's fucking home. Besides, Randy told me they were on vacation. He gave me the key code, but he's in for a cut. Check the cupboards and the drawers. Grab anything that looks fancy schmancy. You know, the good shit.
Kyle said to his brother. Lee opened the kitchen drawers and quickly started rummaging through them. Kyle walked through the kitchen into a large study. His flashlight shone erratically around the room. Kyle went through the cabinets and drawers, emptying the contents on the floor, tossing books aside and adding to the mess. Kyle made his way to a big desk in the middle of the room. So far, nothing was worth a damn.
Shit! Come on! Where is it? Where's the fucking rich stuff? Give me something good, goddammit!
Kyle said in a rushed breath. Lee then entered the room where Kyle was standing by the desk. Anything yet? I checked everywhere in the kitchen. Nothing was worth a damn. How about you? Lee asked. Kyle took out a crowbar from the sack and pried open the desk drawer. Kyle rummaged through the drawers and found a book of antique coins. Under that he found stocks, bonds, and stacks of cash, all in $100 bills.
Fucking jackpot!
Kyle shouted as he dumped the contents into his sack.
We're gonna be shit-stinking rich, thanks to these assholes,
Lee said and grinned.
Come on, there's gotta be fucking more. Follow me,
Kyle said to Lee. Both men quickly made their way up the stairs to one of the bedrooms and slowly opened the door. As they entered the bedroom, they suddenly noticed a man and woman sleeping in the bed.
Fuck!
Lee exclaimed.
Shit, Kyle. I thought you said nobody was home. Let's get the hell out of here. What the? Who's there?
The startled man in the bed said. As he began to sit up, the two burglars rushed forward before the couple had time to react. Kyle took out the gun from the back of his waistband and hit the man's head with the butt of the gun. The man grunted and slumped over as a small trickle of crimson blood ran down the man's face.
No! David! Shut the fuck up, bitch!
Kyle shouted at the panicked woman while punching her in the face.
God damn it! Grab her, Lee!
Kyle exclaimed.
Man, I didn't sign up for this shit, Kyle. You said nobody would be here. An in-and-out job. Bro, we got enough. Let's just get our shit and get the fuck out of here.
Lee said shakily. Kyle turned on the light switch and grabbed Lee by the collar.
I told you not to fucking puss out on me, little brother. We're not done till I say we're done. Now get those chairs and tie these bastards up,
Kyle said to Lee. Lee opened one of the sacks and grabbed some duct tape. Lee tied the couple's wrists and ankles to the chairs. The husband looked at the two men and then his wife with terror in his eyes. "Please, don't hurt us. Take whatever you want. We're very well off, as you can see. Please just take what you want and get out of here," pleaded David to the two men. "David, are you all right? Let him be. Please, just get out of here," Abby pleaded with the two men with tears in her eyes. Kyle lit up a cigarette and blew the smoke in the man's face. Only inches from David, Kyle sucker punched the man in the stomach. "Oh no, there's more here, old man. A lot more, you rich fuck." "Man, this is so fucked, Kyle. Come on, let's go already," Lee said. Kyle then walked around to the woman and took the end of his gun and peeked into her nightgown, grinning. "You have a really pretty wife there, David. Maybe I should show her what a real man is like. Give her a real good time. I bet you she'd be begging for it." Kyle said as he grabbed his crotch and began licking his lips. "David, are you all right? Let him be. Please, just get out of here. You sick bastard. Fuck you. Don't you touch me," Abby screamed at Kyle. Kyle cocked his fist back and struck her nose with a blow so hard that her head reeled back. Kyle pulled Abby's hair hard and put the gun to her head. "Dude, what the fuck? Abby, don't you lay a finger on my wife. Okay, take it easy and just listen. We have a wall safe behind that painting to your right. It's got more of our valuables in there with millions. I'll give you the combination. Take all of it, I don't care. Just leave us alone." "Lee, check it out. What's the combo, David?" As Lee made his way past the couple, he looked at them and mouthed the words. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It wasn't supposed to go this way." David called out the combo to the safe. Lee turned the dial to the numbered sequence and opened the door. "Well, are we fucking good?" Kyle asked his brother while keeping his eyes and gun on the man and woman. "Holy shit! Jackpot! Fucking jackpot! Yeah, Kyle." Kyle shoved Lee out of the way to peek in the wall safe. The anger that was in Kyle's eyes slowly faded that to the man with a look of greed. Kyle then emptied the contents to a sack. That's everything. I swear. You got everything you need. Please, just go," David said as he pleaded with the two men. "Let's go, man. We're done here. We got everything we need. Let's get the fuck out of here," Lee shouted at Kyle. Kyle walked back over to the woman and pulled her hair. As he did, he put his hand down the front of her nightgown and fondled her breast. "Oh, David. Not quite yet. There's one more thing I need before we go." Kyle licked his lips and then slowly drug his tongue across Abby's cheek. "Oh, shit. Man, Kyle, this is so fucked. Dude, I don't want any part of this. We got our shit. Let's go. This is so fucking wrong, dude. I just wanna..." Lee's sentence was interrupted with a loud noise coming from down the hall. It sounded like it was coming from another room. Kyle stopped and walked over to David, bent down, and got in his face. "What the fuck was that, David?" That was nothing. It was probably our cat Felix," David said as he looked at Abby and then back to Kyle. "Well, why are you just standing there looking at me? Go in there and fucking check it out." Kyle motioned to Lee to see what it was. David and Abby looked at each other while David shook his head. As Lee made his way down the hallway, he heard another loud bang coming from a door that said Alex's room. keep out.
Lee, what's the fucking deal?
Kyle shouted to Lee from the other room.
It looks like a fucking kid's room. Well, don't just stand there like a fucking tard. Go in there and bring that little brat here.
Kyle had yelled down the hall to his brother. The room was dark except for a small nightlight. Lee looked around to see stuffed animals, toys, posters, all the shit you would expect to see in a kid's room. As Lee made his way to the bed, he tripped over something.
Ah!
Shit! What the fuck was that? God damn, that hurt, Lee painfully said. Lee looked down to see what he tripped over and saw a thick metal chain that ran from the bedpost over to a little boy's leg. What the fuck? Lee whispered to himself.
Hey! Well, what the fuck is taking so long?
Kyle yelled at his brother. Yeah, it's a kid, but his parents got him chained to the bed. What kind of fucked up shit is this? And I'm the messed up one. What kind of snobby sick bastards are you? Tying up your own kid? Kyle laughed as he asked the couple. As Lee approached the child, he was cowering and shaking with fear.
Mommy! Daddy, I'm scared!
The little boy cried out. Kyle, we just can't leave him like this. It's bad enough this turned out to a shit show, but he's just a fucking kid. Come on, man. Where's the key to the fucking lock, old man? Please leave my son Alex out of this. He's got nothing to do with it. It's on the top dresser drawer. You're such a tough guy with a gun. You got what you wanted. We won't call the cops. We won't say anything. Abby pleaded with Kyle. You're goddamn right you won't, you rich fucking bitch. Kyle shouted at the terrified woman. Lee jumped as he heard a gunshot echo inside the house. He unlocked the chain from the boy's leg, and the little boy ran into the bedroom. David was slumped over in his chair with a small red crimson patch appearing on his chest. Oh man! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Kyle, what the fuck did you do? Lee shouted at his brother Kyle. He then turned and vomited on the floor. Alex ran to his dead father, crying and holding his leg. Fuck! 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 Lee wiped his vomit on his sleeve and picked up the sack and said, Fuck this shit, Kyle. I'm fucking gone. Kyle looked at the woman and then the child and then back to Lee and said, Go! Get in the fucking van, start it up. I'll be right there. Abby and Alex continued crying over their dead husband and father, and with bloodshot eyes, Abby glared at Kyle. I hope you're happy. Look what you've The small child's cries slowly turned into what sounded like growls and grunts. Jesus Christ, lady. What the fuck's wrong with your kid? Is he a fucking tard or something?
Yes.
Kyle yelled at the woman. The boy began to spasm, going into convulsions. His body started contorting in ways that defied the very laws of physics. A deep growl escaped the boy's mouth. His body no longer resembled that of a little boy, but something more like a creature. His skin had turned a pale, sickly gray. Razor-sharp teeth and claws began growing as his eyes turned a menacing red. The woman cocked her head back and looked at Kyle and began laughing hysterically. Kyle's heart was now in his throat. He couldn't believe his fucking eyes.
There's a reason why we keep Alex chained up at night.
What the fuck just happened? It's gotta be the booze or the coke or a combination of the two. This shit only happens in bad fucking horror movies.
It's happening, alright. It's happening. Is my baby boy hungry? Does Mama's little boy want a snack? It's feeding time.
Lee, still standing in the hallway, began to feel an overwhelming wave of fear come wash over him. A primal fear buried deep within. Lee didn't even realize he was pissing down his leg. Kyle pulled out his gun and fired off 2 shots. One hit the floor, the other grazed the creature's arm, but it didn't even faze him. Oh fuck, Kyle! What is that thing? Lee looked down at his piss-covered leg as he began making his way down the staircase. Lee heard more gunshots fired, and then he heard his brother scream. The monster child leapt and knocked Kyle to the ground. It began to rip and tear Kyle's throat out. Little bits of flesh were clinging from the monster's claws and razor-sharp teeth. Kyle was now choking on his own blood. All he could hear was the sound of his beating heart. Blood splattered and sprayed over Kyle's face as the monster continued digging in his throat. Lee now began taking 2 steps at a time down the stairs, running as fast as he could go. Lee got to the bottom step and rolled his ankle. A loud snap echoed that sent waves of pain up his leg. Lee screamed out in pain. Ah! God damn it! Fucking hurts! Lee looked up from the floor to the top of the staircase, only to see the creature crawling down the stairs. He saw red, angry eyes looking at him, his teeth stained with his brother's blood. Lee began to try to crawl towards the front door as he let go of his sack of goods. Lee yelled out in pain as he felt razor-sharp teeth bite down his calf. He then felt 4 burning sensations down the back of his leg. No, please. It was all Kyle's idea. I didn't even want to do it. I'm sorry. God, I'm so sorry. Lee's screams were cut off as the monster began to pull him back from the doorframe. Lee dug his fingernails into the floor, leaving huge gouge marks. Lee felt another excruciating bite on the side of his face. Maniacally screaming and laughing, Lee struggled to break free. The thing continued to devour his skin. He began choking on his own blood and spitting it on the floor. Lee could still feel the tears and rips on his body as everything started to slowly fade to black.
Oh, poor Kyle and Lee. They sought out to grab some quick fortunes and didn't care the consequences. But they paid the price. And what price is that, you ask? With their lives. So, my friend, the next time you plan on breaking and entering into a house, just think it might just be the wrong house.
What did you think about that terrifying tale?
What the hell do you want from me?
To enjoy your endless suffering and pain until there is nothing left of you and you are swallowed by the abyss.
No, stay back. As the caverns of the abyss takes you, I patiently await the next mortal that finds their way here to me. Your dark thoughts always lead you to me. So, my friends, until next time, I look forward to tasting your fear. You have stepped into the abyss.
Into the Abyss has been a Dark Shogun production in association with Twisted Souls Media. Hi, I'm Troy Bursch, creator and producer of the short story horror podcast Into the Abyss. If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share my podcast. All right, thanks a lot. Peace.
Way Too Smooth by DJ Trillim. Follow DJ Trillim on Loudly.
If you like what you heard, please consider leaving me a 5-star rating and review. This helps get my show out there to other listeners. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, you can follow me at @into_the_abyss_podcast. or on Instagram at into_the_abyss_podcast. Thanks a lot.